Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 is a very mixed anime that a lot of people are divided on. Like, it's very divided in the anime community, and I say anime because from what I hear, like from the competitive aspect, pendulums are kind of dog shit. So again, I say anime exclusively. Now, hear me out. Because what I'm about to say is my opinion. Remember, my opinion. So don't crucify me now. But I kind of like R5. Like I fuck with that shit. And don't twist my fucking words. I enjoyed it, but like if I were like to rank it, it would definitely like be fourth. Uh, 5Ds would be third, Dual Monster second, and of course my favorite, my go-to is always gonna be GX. Zexo and Reigns are not here because I never finished those series. So sorry if you like it or rank it higher than those because I don't know when I will like get time to watch it. I got like a pretty hefty schedule already, so I doubt I will have time to like fully like watch the whole series, especially since if I remember correctly, like I think it ends, and then I'll have to watch it the rest of it somehow. I'm not gonna say it just in case certain men are spying or some sort of shit, but obviously it's gonna be in Japanese, and I have to find like, a way to watch it. So either way, back to Arc 5. Like a lot of people like didn't really like some aspects of Arc 5, such as like Yuyo being a crybaby, like Pendulum of course at the time being the newest mechanic, and of course when a new mechanic comes in, it's gonna be divisive like no matter what. Legacy characters being brought back is also another one I'm remembering right now, and there's just so much more, but like a lot of people really didn't like some aspects of Arc 5. For me, I don't really like mind the majority of the voice out complaints, or like I'm more like mad or like disappointed on is the potential that was taken away from me when Yuto got booked, bro. He got blasted in that first season, bro. I'm still mad about that. yes, I'm back with like another YouTube video now. Hold on, but listen. Like the previous video was more about voicing my like rant on why like Yuto's like the goat of Arc 5, because he kind of is, man. Like he barely was in there, but he carried that show. But like ignoring that aside, like there was also like bits and pieces like on a few duels of like the beginning. Like I didn't really get to talk about it. Of course, I talked about it a bit, but like there's like more to it. Also, thank you guys on the support on that video. It's a video style that I've been like working on for a while now, and I'm glad like you guys like enjoyed it. But this video in particular is like mostly just diving into the actual potential of Yuto as a character that is of course like sometimes being previewed like during like Yuto's visit during to like the XZ dimension, but it doesn't matter because it gets fucking wide. Like, it doesn't really get explained much. So again, it's kind of also gonna be like a bit of my opinion on what it could have been, which it will be at the end. And but before we even talk about that, let me just give you like a quick rundown just in case like you forgot some of the info or like a bit haze on it. So yeah, let me just give a rundown real quick. So we all know the GOAT Yuto, first already seen at the Sand Dimension at the very beginning of the show pretty much. But way before all that chaos and destruction happened, it was Yuto, Shun, and Ruri. They were all chilling back at home, of course, at Heartland City, back in the XZ dimension. So this is again for all the chaos happened. Now here's like already for me like the missed potential already for Yuto, and obviously the characters Ruri, Shun. Maybe you can throw in the legacy characters, but pretty much those three in general is of course pretty much the backstory. Like it pretty much get like thrown to the side, not really explained. Like it's already pissed me off. So let me just say it right now. Yuto was of course running with Shun. They're both dogs. That's my dog. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, he didn't know Shun had a sister. So until they were spectating a game, like I don't. Again, it's not really explained well. They were just spectating a game, and that's when it was Rui dueling, and of course she's using her lyrlusc deck again. Hopefully, I'm saying that part right. But yeah, she was dueling with her deck, of course the bird deck, and it wasn't until like, oh yeah, she's kind of good at dueling. I fuck with that shit. And she's like, hey yo, she's slaying with that fucking deck. And then she was like saying, yeah, that's my sis. And he couldn't believe his eyes. Like, what the fuck? Like again, it's like I can believe it obviously, but it's like how long have they been friends? Again, it just does not really explain well. I don't like really know. Again, I had to probably do a bit more research, but it's not really well explained. That's pretty much like already like off the bat. But whatever. They link up right after, and they hit it off ever since. Of course, Shun, Yuto, and Ruri. And it makes me so fucking mad that the only interactions Yuto and Ruri had was during the flashbacks that were basically PowerPoint scenes. and that one duel that pretty much we're under control due to parasites. Like it, just remembering it, that one, like right this moment, just pisses me the fuck off. Like I wish they had more interaction that showed them getting along, and also of course with Shun, so it shows like their emotional bond that all three of them share together. Obviously, Yuto is fighting for Shun's sister, but like also has like that feelings for Ruri. Again, I say that because it's never been actually confirmed that they were actually together. So, and it is what it is. Shun is obviously doing it for assist, but like the lack of interactions all three of them have with each other, it does piss me off. Like, can we not have like a bit more like a slice of life backstory, maybe like a 5 minute happy scene before like the bullshit continues, like during like the main arc? Again, like I hope I hope my point gets across well, like how like the lack of interactions isn't like really enough for you to give a like have some feelings. I was gonna say give a fuck, but I might as well just say it. It doesn't really give you more like motivation to like uh connect with characters. But you know, it is what it is. It's missed potential, which is exactly what I'm talking about. It's missed potential. So moving on, the next missed potential is a combination of things, and of course it stems from Yuto's death, paxing, whatever you want to call it. Number one, Yuto was pretty much built up to be like one of the best XZ dimension duelists like had to offer. Unique playstyle from the first turn, bro. Graveyard utilization, Yu-Gi-Oh's counterpart, the best dragon between the all four of them. Like, come on. Like, what is Konami cooking? Like, is we eating good, bro? But by the end of the season, Yuto got to play 2 more duels. One via Sora and Yu-Gi-Oh that ended in a draw. And his last duel alive against Yu-Gi-Oh. Again, I'm not going to talk about the one where he just switches with Yuya. I think it's bullshit. Again, he's not even alive. So, again, he had only 2 duels as himself. Like, alive. And that's it. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, like this is all we had. This is all we got. We went from like Michelin food to Arby's in less than a fucking season. The same season, by the way. He died. Like what? Like how do you run down a character so badly like this? Like I don't know what the writers were doing. I don't know what they were on. I already went like full rant on this point, kind of like last video. So just like to keep it short and also to, like recap. Like fuck the writers for fake advertising such a good character. Like I'm so dead ass. Like we were eating so good, and then we went to dog shit. Like we went from an M3 GTR to like a Civic, bro. Like again, it really just pissed me. That part like really just pissed me off, man. This last point also ties to like the previous point, but like the lack of story or info during the XZ dimension, it's terrible. Like it's bad. Of course, when Yuto dies, like the only real character that can give more info on like the XZ dimension is gonna be Shun, and of course he's working directly with the group, so it's only gonna be him, unless you're gonna get backstory from like I don't know, maybe what's his name, Dennis. Ruri's captured, so you can't get it from her. Yuto's dead. Like, come on, like what are we doing here? So like when you kill the main guy and then the mention that he's supposed to represent, you're kind of fucked. Like this is it's X to Y, like it's just as simple as that. Like when it's time to reveal more info on the dimension, of course Yuya is gonna have that little conversation with Yuto during that part, but it feels very fed. Like it's rushed, it's crammed into episodes, and it feels like you kind of just driven into it, like it's not really well, again, like well explained. And there's a few more like nitpicks I have like that revolve around that point, but I'll just leave it like all of that info here. Like this is because if I get into it more, it's gonna be more info and some more info. Again, it was just all. This is all just to give you like an info like rundown. But now it's like time to really like my overall opinion of kind of like everything like I just like said. I am more like disappointed than mad at the overall characters of the XZ dimension. Like obviously Yuto's my goat. Like he's like my main point, but I really am just kind of baffled on how like they handled like everything that is involved with XZs. Like I look back at some of the duels he had, and the only meaningful ones is the debut duel, his death, and the duel against Ruri and Serena, aka 2 duels where he was alive and 1 where he pretty much died after his death. You know what I'm saying? So like the only real duels he had totals to 3. Like I'm not the draw doesn't really care. Like I don't really care. I don't think anyone really cares about the draw. Like it's very limited, so you can't really care as much than to like other characters. XZ story, and or just dimension in general. It's just rush, like it's just rush, which makes it even worse because again it piles onto that the fact I just stated before, where again you don't really care about Yuto because he just gets a clap like that. The dimension being rushed makes you even care less, and then the lack of interactions, like the main XZ characters, which is gonna be Yuto, Shun, and Ruri, are very lack. Like there's probably there's just I don't want to say probably they're fucking powerpoints. Like each time you see a backstory when Yuto's talking about it or like Shun's talking about it, like it's just not worth getting like, emotionally attached. Of course, if it was like done better in the anime form, it probably would have been better. Again, manga, whole different shit. I'm not gonna talk about that. But since there's so lack of interactions, like I feel there's more interactions in duelings you can get from like their events than in fucking the anime. It's just so not again. This is why I keep saying this. Like this just keeps piling up. So again, like it just fucking sucks that you don't get like no backstory on like or not a lot of backstory or on the pretty much the XZ part. You don't really feel an emotional attachment to the characters in the XZ's dimension, and pretty much the main guy in the XZ's dimension gets clapped when you pretty much present him as like this top duelist in that dimension. I just can't. This is so fucking dumb. I really wanted like a backstory, like anime on Yuto, or not just Yuto in general, or like the XZ's dimension, just so we can just like get that part of the side, like just so we can show like all the interactions, all the other shit, you know, that they do, whatever it be like slice of life, or just like majority duels. Maybe do like a duel tournament, just to be able to give you like an emotional attachment to some characters, because it really does kind of suck that the pretty much the main dimension or not main XZ dimension doesn't get like any like you just don't feel you don't really care about more majority of the characters. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Also when I say like backstory anime, I mean like short stories maybe, hopefully. Like I really like what they're doing right now with Albez and Sky Striker, like kind of it's like short stories, I'm pretty sure. Like it's not like a full like whole series 13 episodes type shit. So again, just short stories maybe, but I doubt it, you know. I really that's just my copium. That's something I kind of wish they did back then. Obviously they moved on since I don't know what they're gonna do now. Of course there's rumors, you know, where's the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, man, when they gonna post it. But yeah, so it is what it is, man. Hopefully they do come up with some like more focus on, again, not the Garush, but more on Yu-Gi-Oh as well, like trying to bring it back. And yeah, so let me know what y'all think. Again, thank you for watching. Leave a like and a comment what you think, like on Yuto or the XZ dimension, like what could have been better. What do you think it was just fine as it is? I would disagree, but yeah, just from like writing the script, I'm mad that like, we also barely got to see Phantom Knights. So just think about that. You only got to see like the Phantom Knights twice, like maybe 3 times, because again that draw was pretty shit with Sora and Yuya. Again, 2 full duels. This fucking sucks, bro. Like I just wanted to see Phantom Knights a bit more, but again, it is what it is. Let me stop. Yeah, I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Post interview. So you stuck to the end, to the very end, or you didn't click off yet. It doesn't matter. I thank you guys for the support these past months, of course. I wanted to continue making these kind of styled videos, and hopefully, if my schedule allows for it, like I can do it more occasionally. With duelinks, quick update. I am still playing with Ruri, or the what's this shit called, lyrlusc. Hopefully, again, I'm hoping I'm saying this right. No one has corrected me, so I hope I'm saying that shit right. But I have some games to go over next week. I have been playing. I probably did rank down, so I'm like around silver. But it'll be more fun to play like around like less decks. I don't know how to like explain it, but it's since I'm still learning some of the cards, like I know like exactly what the XZ cards do, like off the bat. Like I don't need to read, so I have time to just do my other actions. But the effect monsters. I'm having trouble just trying to remember like each of their individual effects, and that's just kind of takes the more time for me, like during a dueling game. So again, I'm still learning. Definitely more videos hopefully on duelings by next week, and yeah, just just trying to get more hype. So again, I don't have to like, or I can explain it better in the video, and also just see show how lyriluscs are kind of better in some aspects. Because again, bro, I remember like the first time I played with it online. It was a gold rank against a dragoon deck, and I won my first turn. I'm like, what the fuck? So I know the potential is good. Of course, it's very as Yuto's yeah, you know what I'm saying. So of course, yeah, definitely coming soon. Again, stick around. Hopefully by next week. Again, thank you guys for the support, especially on the last video. Like I spent more time making those than like just regular duelings, where I can literally just do that like in a day, and like have it like scheduled on a Wednesday. So like these types of videos do take a little bit more, but again, it's fine. I like doing these. These are more like I get to express myself more, and also like get more interaction with other people. That also like you know I don't really get to interact with, like just on a topic of Yuto. Like I can speak on like Phantom Knights because it's duelings, but like Yuto as a, like individual in the anime, like is something I always wanted to talk about, and I'm glad like with these type of videos I can do that. And again, whether it be anime, football, or anything like I feel passionate about, I just kind of want to yap, I guess, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, watching, sharing, liking does a lot, and shows what you guys kind of want to see. So again, finally, actually, till next time.